Take it away, Flygon.
All right, hi, I'm frozenflygone. I'm really excited to be doing farewell, and I'm going to be racing against.
Hello, everyone. I'm swc19, and I also play this game.
Yay! And we also have our commentator here, Comet. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Comet. I also speedrun this game. I run any percent and farewell. And yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good race. The runners have pretty similar PBs, so I think this will be pretty exciting.
Awesome. Leggy, you want to let us know what the two file names are?
1 second, I will get those for you. All right, I'm going to do one last refresh. And survey says in first place with traffic noise outside, but $262, we have Bunny, B-N-U-U-Y.
Cool, I'll snag Bunny.
Yeah, you can take that one.
And then in second place, we have Marin, capital M-A-R-I-N, with $257.
Leggy, can you say mine again? I hit the wrong button.
Which one are you taking? Marin
Bunny?
or Bunny?
Bunny.
So it's B-N-U-U-Y.
Amazing. Cool. And we're just going to input a cheat code that allows us to unlock farewell, so the timer does not start yet. And yes, we are cheaters.
Yeah.
Can't believe this.
Oh no, wait.
I messed it up.
So did I!
There we go.
There we go.
So yeah, normally to unlock the chapter, you would need to complete chapter 8, and that's hard. That takes a long time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Comet. Are you ready, Swoosh? You want to do a countdown?
I am good.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. So starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Farewell is a added chapter to this game. It was added in September of last year as just a free download, and it is by far the longest and hardest chapter in the game. And yeah. So starting off, both runners, they are flying up to the moon, or it could be underwater. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of space objects, and there's a lot of sea creatures. Could be either. And there's a few new mechanics here in the level. The first one that you see is this double dash crystal. So it functions exactly the same as the regular green dash crystal in the base game, except it gives you back 2 dashes. And that is used to get through some rooms that otherwise wouldn't be possible. And then the next one that I'm seeing on Swoosh's screen is the pufferfish, and Flygon just got to it too. And when you hit on top of it, you will bounce off it, sort of like a mini spring, but you don't go as high. And when you hit underneath it, you will get launched, like as if you were hitting the side of a bumper. And so these new mechanics will be used they'll be used throughout the entire chapter in very interesting and unique ways. And then the third one coming up right now is my personal favorite, is the jellyfish. Oh, Swiss, he skipped it. Is the jellyfish, which the jellyfish is, you could grab it just like Theo in chapter 5, except but it acts as a parachute. And so here we're seeing a difference in route here, where Frozen is going top route and Swiss is going bottom route. And although it is much easier to go faster taking the top route, the bottom route can actually be faster optimally, but is also much easier to mess up. So it's a bit of a gamble going bottom route, but if you can do it cleanly, then you will save time. And also, here's the first major skip of the chapter, which you can do, which is where you do a jelly vader, which is this trick where you jump up and while holding down, you let go of the jelly and then you dash up back into the jelly and re-grab it, and you use the momentum to get height, and it allows you to skip getting a double dash crystal, and allows you to break the power box. And then after that, you got to get then you go and get the double dash crystal, and you can skip getting the 5 keys that are scattered around this big room, and that saves quite a bit of time. And so now Frozen is in the next checkpoint. This checkpoint's called Remembered, and it looks like Swiss is having a little bit of trouble on the key skip. Though Remembered is a fairly difficult checkpoint, so he might be able to catch up, depending on how Frozen plays. Right there, yep, he just got it. And he goes into this room on the side, which usually you take just the bubble straight up. But since you don't take the bubble, since you skip the keys, you gotta go to this side room. I'm seeing in chat who has the world record for this category. Right now the world record is by Revolution. And I believe it is a 1536? No, 34. Yeah, it's a 1534. Which is quite impressive, if you were to ask me. And so both runners are making their way towards the end of Remembered. Looks like Frozen is on the second to last screen. Swiss is a couple screens behind. Frozen's making it to the auto-scroller, and she is now through. And so she collects this fake heart and gets into this tutorial section, which is where the game will teach you how to wave dash. But you skip that. Yeah, so now both runners are they're in the checkpoint event horizon, which now it has this black hole background, which looks quite cool, and also has, in my opinion, the second best music in this level, which is known for the part at the beginning, which people tend to say that it sounds like the beginning of a news broadcast, like the music that plays in the beginning, which is why people were saying breaking news in the chat. And this checkpoint and then the next one after it, called Determination, are both they're pretty difficult. There's a lot of fairly long screens where dying at the end can cost you a lot of time. Which, if somebody dies in one of these screens, it could give the other player a chance to catch up. Specifically this auto-scroller that Frozen is in. Dying at the end of it is very costly. But it looks like she makes it through. Now Frozen is in the last room of Event Horizon. It is a very long screen. And looks like she's through the hardest part. And she just has to take this feather up. And that's the end of the screen. And now Swiss is in the auto-scroller. And he makes it through as well. Very nice. Alright, both runners are now in Determination, next checkpoint, which in my opinion is the hardest checkpoint in the run. It has a lot of tough screens, and like a lot of cycle-based rooms, and a lot, is there any auto-scrollers? I can't remember. Yes, there is. Okay. Yeah, it has some auto-scrollers, just a lot of rooms where dying can be very costly. And on top of that being very tough rooms. Right now, Frozen is just finishing up that the fire and ice ball room, which is probably one of the hardest rooms in the checkpoint, but she got through it very nicely. It looks like Swoosh is having a bit of trouble on this core block room. These core blocks, which when you grab onto them, they launch you. This room is also pretty tough. It looks like Frozen's having some trouble on this conveyor belt room, which could give Swiss a chance to catch up a bit. Okay, and Frozen is making her way to the last room of Determination, and it is a very long feather room, where there's a lot of these stars that are spinning around that you have to dodge. And it's just a hard cycle that you have to maneuver your way through with the feather. Alright, and Frozen got through it. And now she's entering the third to last checkpoint of the level, which is called Stubbornness. And for anyone who has played the base game, probably knows about the cassette tapes in the A sides that bring you to the B sides, and they have to go through the little section with the alternating blocks, like the blue and pink blocks. Well, this checkpoint is completely dedicated to those blocks, except there are two new colors as well. There's the green blocks and the yellow blocks. And in this section, it's on a global cycle. So you have to doing strats in one room also sets you up for the strat in the next room, sets up the cycle for the next room. So if you mess up in one room, it could easily mess up the next few rooms after that, which can make it very tough. Now Swiss is making his way through the last screen of determination. And he nails it. Very nice. Now Frozen is on the last room of Stubbornness, and she makes it out. Yeah, and even though that previous room was the end of the checkpoint, you still have to make it through one more obstacle of these alternating blocks before you can make it to the real challenge, which is Reconciliation, the second to last checkpoint, which has, in my opinion, the best music in this chapter. And this section is where a battle line decides to help you, and you are escaping the ocean of space. Yeah, so in a lot of these rooms, there's a power box at the end, which you need to break in order to get to the end of the room. And when you break the power box, it gives you your dash back, and sometimes that can be used to, ooh! Looks like Frozen forgot to hit the power box a second time, and the bird flung her straight into the electricity. That's a costly death. It looks like Swiss is now in Reconciliation. Yeah, and this is another section where dying at the end of the room can cost a lot of time. Because all the rooms are pretty long. I'm seeing people in chat mentioning the music. Yes, that is very good. Shoutouts to Lena Rain, the composer of the entire game soundtrack. She is very good at what she does. Okay, Frozen is in probably the longest auto-scroller in the chapter. And she nails it, it looks like. Yep. Nice. And Swiss's has a few rooms before he gets there. But remember, even though Swiss is even though it looks like he's quite a bit behind, the last screen of this chapter is very long, the longest screen in the entire game. It's about I'd say about 1:45, the entire screen as a whole. So dying at the end could or dying at all in that screen could change how this race goes. Alright, and here we are. The last screen. This screen is an entire checkpoint in itself, because it's that long. Alright, so now Frozen is in this horizontal, or not horizontal, vertical section of the room where you take the jelly and you and the wind is moving upwards, so when you're grabbing onto the jelly, it'll float up, and you have to navigate through these stars and through the electricity and these jellyfish, not the jellyfish, through the pufferfish. Lots of fish. And then after going up, you throw the jellyfish, and you go back down. Alright, now Swiss is entering the last screen. And Frozen broke the final power box, and now she's making her way to the end, which will be at this battle line orb. And there we go, she's finished. Finished in 21 minutes and 12 seconds. That is not too bad. Yeah, now Swiss is making his way through this upwind section. doing some celebration crouches on his way down. And breaks the final power box, and he's through, almost. As long as he doesn't die on the part where you have to hold up. And done. 2251. GG to both runners. That was a very good race.
Woo!
Things kind of fell apart in the middle end for me, but still good.
You ever just die on one room like 10 times?
Yeah, like 6 times. I got power skip in the 3rd try, but then I was still on PB pace at the end of Event Horizon, so like...
Same, I was on
Could've gone a
PB pace for
lot
a while,
better.
that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, then everything after that was, could have gone better, but overall still good. What was your final time?
I got a 21:12.
I think I was like 22:50 or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was awesome. Alright, my heart is still exploding, but we have an incentive to do.
As long as I got the last room first try, that's all I cared about.
Yes, that's all I cared about. You got it too? Yay.
Yeah.
Getting the last room first try is like everything you need.
Yeah.
Also, Leggy, if you have a donation in here, go ahead while I get to the incentive point.
I do.
I
have a $50 donation from Enchantress of Numbers that says, "Power up with pride is always a great marathon." Thank you so much, Eon.
Thank you, Eon. All right. I'm going to be teaching you all how to wave dash, featuring this wonderful PowerPoint. Our cursor is the bird, which I think is adorable. Wave dashing and you, a practical solution for catching birds in space. Can't catch that bird? Fact. Birds are hard to catch. Wow, it's fast. Also, it can fly. And part of you won't help. She's the worst. Impossible? Introducing wave dashing. With wave dashing, you can jump very far and regain your dash at the same time. It's easy. How it's done. Jump. Dash diagonally down into the ground. Immediately jump ahead and hold forward. You did it! Go you. Trouble in paradise? If you don't regain your dash, you're starting too low to the ground. If you don't get much distance, you're starting too far from the ground. Happy wave dashing! Yay! And so yeah, this chapter is really great in that the second half requires speed tech, and so they have the little tutorial there and a little practice area where it shows you exactly like how to do it if you follow along with the little ghost Madeline. So yeah, I hope you all now know how to wave dash and you can do farewell in 20 minutes too.
Also, I do have a tutorial for this chapter as well as Celeste any % on my YouTube channel. There's no convenient link to it, so I guess just look up how to speedrun Celeste fared well or something of that sort, and pretty much goes through all of the easy techniques, pretty much everything that I did in the run, and yeah, it's a really fun chapter to run. This whole game is just really fun.
Absolutely.
In a speedrun setting and casual, so.
And you didn't get to see any of the story, so I recommend playing through that because the story of the chapter is also really, really beautiful.
I did not know that you can go on top of the internet cafe.
Yes, you can. But anyways, thank you so much, Power Up with Pride, for having us. That was so much fun. I've had a really great time practicing this chapter, getting ready for the marathon. And thank you, Comet, for commentating. I'm excited to listen to what you have to say later.
Yeah, thanks so much.